I'd like to welcome Eva Stevens to the show, COD's Fashion Studies Program Coordinator. Welcome, Eva.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
So nice to have you. So, Eva, you created for us a beautiful replica of a Frida Kahlo dress for the Max big press event for the Cleve Carney opening of our exhibition in 2020.
Yes.
Tell us how you did that, how you made an exact replica of the dress.
Well, it's exact by look, obviously not by all the workmanship that goes into Frida's clothes. We did it. I put a word out for my students of whoever wants to work on this project, come to this meeting. And so I had a number of students that wanted to participate, and we all just broke up the task at hand because we had a very short time frame to do this. So I knew we had a fabric printer that prints incredible fabrics, and so we analyzed pictures and did some measurements. So for instance, in order to get the proportions right, we all measured our heads and then decided, okay, if your head is this many inches and in the picture and this is this many inches, how big should we make it? So we could get kind of a guesstimate of proportion, because if you're off by a little, it'll show. So we started with that, and then deciding how much lace is showing, how much skirt is showing, where does the neckline or the shoulders end. So we did it by analyzing photos that we saw of the actual garments. So then it went into Photoshop. So I had some students looking for fabrics for the ruffle. And then we found a small little section in a photo that was the top of a fold that we were able to get a 1-inch section and then repeat it in Photoshop in order to make all the patterns that went around it. So the picture we were going off of or trying to replicate was the Vogue cover for the Mexican Vogue. And there was no good shot of the lace. And so that went through probably 4 or 5 different versions. And so some of our Frida fighters, as I called them, because they were there working with us or working with me, showed me some techniques that, maybe it's this kind of embroidery. And we scoured the internet and found one shot of Frida standing on a rooftop in New York wearing the shirt that she was wearing in that photo. And so we were able to get the shapes off of that, and then in Photoshop put the colors in from the photograph that we had in color and put it all together, and voila.
It's amazing how much technology is influencing everything now, isn't it?
Right.
That you're talking about Photoshop and making a dress.
Yes,
yes.
It's without having those tools, it would have been
forever.
Yes. We had a 2-week window or 3 weeks, so we were very excited to work on it. And then everybody took a body part and sewed it. They made patterns, they made mock-ups, and then we sewed it together and delivered.
Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. So beautiful.
Thank you.
So you are now getting ready with your students for another fashion show.
Yes.
And you do a big fashion show every year, correct?
We do.
And it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is.
How many students would you say are showing their clothing in this show?
Probably about 50 altogether, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, in different forms. So our seniors are showing collections. And our non-seniors or first year and second year, first semester are showing pieces that they do or make in classes.
So if I'm a freshman, sophomore, first year, I'm making one dress or one outfit, one thing. And if the kids finishing up are doing an entire wardrobe, like a collection of clothing.
Yes, their requirement is they have to have 3 looks, which is full ensembles. Some do more because they have a great inspiration and they're on a roll. And they vary a great deal as to what their inspiration was. It's a fast turnaround, 16 weeks, the semester. They have to do the research.
It's like the TV show.
Yeah, right.
You have 16 weeks. Are you off the island?
Yeah, get it together. So they have to start with finding some sort of inspiration and then researching the inspiration. Then they have to choose fabrics. They have to do drawings. Then they do patterns, and then they make a first sample in muslin. So it's a lot of process just to get a sample to see, okay, is this really where I was going? So
right. So the steps are make a mock-up of the dress out of muslin,
right,
or the outfit or whatever it is, and then do you critique each step?
Well, it's a matter of not necessarily critiquing as much as making sure they fit correctly. We do more critiquing in the sketching stage.
Okay.
But during the whole process, the teacher is showing them different techniques to use on, whatever finishes they have. A lot of times what's in your head doesn't end up what the garment looks like. Right. And so they have to go back and rethink and, redraw lines and, reshape things. So it's a lot of thinking and working.
So beyond the design, are you teaching them to sew?
They have already learned to sew.
They've already learned.
Right.
Okay.
So they learned sewing and pattern drafting and draping in the first 3 semesters. It's really unusual to have a 2-year program that ends with a fashion show and a collection. That's usually reserved for 4-year. So, and they really step up to the plate. We have some incredible students that do beautiful work. So it's always exciting.
Is it open to the public?
It is.
So we can all go?
Yes.
And when is the show?
It is May 11th.
Okay.
We have 2 shows, one at 3, one at 7, and it's on the street scene in the Homeland Security Building.
Oh, how exciting.
It is. It is. It's a great venue. It looks like a street. Mm-hmm. So we put the runway right down the middle, and we have lights come in and put the seating in, and it's pretty exciting.
Well, that's wonderful. I wish you all the best of luck, and I hope to get there because it sounds really great.
Yes.
So it's on a Saturday, 2 shows.
Right.
They can get their tickets by going online?
They can. The MAC sells them.
Okay, perfect.
So they're online there, and they can also be bought at the door.
Perfect. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Break a leg with your show.
Okay.
The COD's fashion show will be on May 11th. For tickets, more information about any event, stay tuned to the COD Fashion Show on Facebook or visit atthemac.org. And you can also call 630-942-4000. Be sure to stop by the MAC this May for some great shows. On May 3rd, jazz music superstar Dee Dee Bridgewater will take the stage. National Geographic Live is back at the MAC on May 5th. Water conservationist and photographer Christina Mittermeier will speak about the life-giving power of water and the lack of water in her presentation called Standing at the Water's Edge. Don't miss the wonderful Ballet Hispanico on May 11th. Salt Creek Ballet presents Le Jardin Animé, Classical Treasures on May 18th and 19th. For tickets or more information on these shows, visit atthemac.org or call 630-942-4000.